Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're all doing well, and welcome back to another video. So Carlos Sainz is furious after getting a penalty, and was Max Verstappen out of his grid position at the restart? Make sure to like the video, and subscribe for more Formula 1 content, but let's jump straight into the news. So the chaos at the Australian Grand Prix happened right at the end. Basically Kevin Magnussen hit the wall with just a few laps to go, which left his tyre and debris on the track, whilst his car was stranded. So the red flag was brought out, and this meant it would be a 2-lap sprint to the end with everyone on new tyres. And it was quite the order at the front, with Max Verstappen in first, Lewis Hamilton second, and Fernando Alonso third. But the restart was mad. I mean, there were crashes up and down the field, including the two Alpines colliding, and Carlos Sainz spinning around Alonso. Another red flag was brought out before anyone got through the first sector, which meant we had a repeat of Silverstone 2022. And after a lengthy delay, the stewards decided to go back to the grid order before all the chaos for the final lap of the race, which meant Verstappen won, Hamilton finished second, and Alonso moved back into third. Now one key talking point is Verstappen's starting position at the restart before all the chaos. As we know, the rules this year mean if you're outside your grid box, even to the left or right, you're getting a penalty. Now Max hadn't had the best launch at the start of the race, and as a result on the restart he angled his car right over towards Lewis to cover him off. And a lot of pictures have been coming out of Max, from some angles, looking like he was marginally out of position, while others show he was right on the line. Now as I say, the rules mean you can't be out of position anywhere in the grid box, and in my opinion it's so close, but I think he's just, and I stress just, keeping his car in the grid box. So I don't think there'll be any investigation, but there's no doubt about the fact that Max was a fraction away from getting a penalty. But let's move on to Carlos Sainz, who in my opinion got a very bizarre penalty. As I said earlier, at the restart he spun Alonso round, with him understeering through turn 1 and just going straight into Alonso, who was minding his own business. This led to the Spaniard falling to 11th place, but a red flag was called. Now at the time it was a slam dunk penalty for Sainz, and at the time it was very clear he'd get something like a 5-second penalty. But the red flag was called before anyone made it through the first sector, and like in Silverstone 2022, this meant the FIA didn't have a reference for the order, and it meant they had to go back to the previous starting order for the final lap, and this meant Sainz was moved back a place and Alonso went back into third. So the restart basically didn't exist, but the stewards still decided to give Sainz a penalty, which meant he fell all the way down to 12th, as the final lap was basically a formation lap, meaning no more racing. Now had the order not gone back to the original one, and Sainz still got a penalty, I'd say it's cruel the way he got it, but in turn he brought it on himself. But since the restart was scrapped, I do think it's unfair that Sainz was still given a penalty, and it's fair to say he wasn't happy, with him saying, "I prefer not to speak because I would say bad words. First, I want to go and talk to the stewards because the penalty's unfair." But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care,